Good morning, good afternoon, good evening across the country, around the world. Welcome back to the Kerbal Space Program. We're back at the space station Halcyon. We're going to transfer these tourists back over to the space plane. Oh, I love how these things stay up. Just eliminates one extra click. But really, in this case, it eliminates 4 extra clicks. Awesome. So the space plane is finished with people. Finished transferring. It's full of all the civilians. Pity that I can't, transfer crew? Nobody in there. Okay. Is there anybody in there? No crew on part. Okay. Still getting used to some of the notices showing up here. Usually quick save used to show up down here, but now it's up here. It's still a little odd, but it's fine. It's fine. All right. So we got our civilians back in there. We're going to deorbit this guy and hopefully land at the KSC. I did jump out and check real quick the Ike ScanSat Ike. I've got 11 or 12 days. I got plenty of time to deorbit this, and then we'll jump into that. That might be next episode. We'll see how long it takes me to get this guy down. Yeah. Quick save real quick just to make sure. In case of user error. Let's see. Nope. Undock. Ooh, good. It went to the right thing, too. TRN. Nope. Okay. Nope. I. That one. It's never quite the one you think it's going to be, is it? Ooh. Ooh. That's really close to those solar panels. Oh, wow. Let's just switch that to... Yeah, controlling from there, and then... we can get away from those solar panels. Making me nervous. Alright. So we still got this guy limited at 33%. Did I turn these guys off? Not in this play around. So that's fine. If we get down to the ground and we need to fly around, I would turn the thuds off. They're really there to counteract this guy when it's all one thing. So, when I deorbited this ship, this exact, design, except for the change to the RCS, we landed back at the, oh, yeah, there's that green arrow. We're right above it. We landed back at the thing, and I put it at about 20 kilometer periaps right above it, and we came short. So I think I'm going to go for like a 30 kilometer periapsis right above it there. But I want to make sure it's on the day side. So, let's warp it up. I think 100 is as fast as we can go, right? Yeah, okay. Well, in that case, I'm actually going to jump out to the Space Center, get that set up so that we are at the right place. Like I said, the Kerbal Space Center, hi down there, guys, is in daylight. So we'll be back in just a minute, or just a second, really, with that. Alright, so we time warped up. I really forgot. You can go to the thing and click time warp the next day, next morning, and it gives you a morning time. So they just are nicely into the daytime here. We are, of course, right on top of it, so that's no good. But if that's approximately it, then let us... actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to utilize ScanSat because I can. Sorry for all the screens and all the clicking. This way I know precisely where the Space Center is. Yeah, that moved in a little bit. Okay. So that way I can go, it's there, we're over it. So the opposite side of it is over here, give or take. Add maneuver. Retrograde, put the periapsis. Come on. 17. Oh, jeez. 61. 53. 44. What did I say I was going to go for? 30? 31. I will take that. And how much LTV does that require? Not much. We still got plenty Ooh, speaking of, let's bring those up. Delta orbit, and can I get Delta V? There you go. Shoot. Yeah, we still have plenty of Delta V in this stage. It's weird the way it's showing the stages there. It's like it thinks these are off or something. Those are on. There's still fuel in there. Interesting. Oh gosh, I hope you decouple. I don't want to have to try to land with this thing. Well, I can't land with that thing. I'll just crash and burn with that thing. You are still thrust limited. Good. You're on, you're on, you're on, you're on. Okay, interesting. Well, I'm sure that'll figure itself out in a bit. In the meantime, though, let's execute that next node, MechJeb. Do your thing. Oh, this always makes me nervous, though. Trying to land a space plane. That and half the time when I land space planes or try to, I get faults in the game. Faults in the game? The game crashes. All the time. Oh, let me... Come on. Toggle. Close that up, of course. Once it's in the atmosphere, this thing flies really well. It glides really well. Honestly, from what I found, you just set it to about a 20% glide slope, or you leave it at 20 to 30%, or degrees, and it just stays there really nicely for you. Awesome. T, stop it. T, and RCS. At this point, we are going into the atmosphere, so goodbye to you. Oh, did I forget if I always turn this guy off so that, yeah, so he's not used for maneuvering, so he's fuel? He's full when we come back. So, because this makes me a little leery. Goodbye. There it is. Oh, that was weird. Alright. Well. Now we can set this guy more or less prograde. Whoa! Oh, jeez. You just kicked him out of the way, didn't you? Set this guy more or less prograde. Go away. And then rotate it around. Ugh. Oh, I'm gonna have trouble with you, aren't I? Oh, I got that one. So that's something. Yeah, they really only thrust in that one direction. I did not do my research. I failed. Alright. So he's down there. Yeah, that's fine. In case I have to fly, I'm going to go ahead and shut these guys down. Because if we try to fly with them, that'll be off-center and it'll just, I did it with my hand, you can't see that, it'll just kick the nose down. Because there's thrust coming from way up here instead of also here. But I do like the way that looks with these guys, and it looks very USA Space Shuttle-y. Alright, so we know we're going to get into the atmosphere. Get it back down to prograde. Looking for power. We're alright, we're fine, yeah. Glad I gave it plenty of power, not that it needs it, but I like having a healthy reserve, you know? Alright, so we're about to hit the atmosphere. Ugh, these always make me kind of nervous. And there we are. We are now in the atmosphere. So let's go ahead and get it up to about a 20-degree angle. Oh, yeah, that was the right way. Okay, good. Cool. So we're up nicely. And now let's just warp up a bit. Little wobble, but it's not too bad. We're just waiting for the heat effects to kick in. Whoa. So our pre-abscess is already dropping a fair amount. Okay. So now we're really smacking into the atmosphere there. I mean, it's pretty thin, but we're coming in really, really sharply to it. Kind of want it to be more like 20 to 30 degrees. There we go. And then you set it and kind of forget it. No, it gets too low. It just, the drag wants to pull it down. Alright, so we'll just set it about there. Okay, this actually does better than I thought it would, given the limitations in the RCS guys. Alright, so we are on our final landing for returning the Small Wing Mark II. I don't know if I showed you the other video, I'm not sure what to do with it, but I got just about to touch down in the desert, and it crashed. Something about the desert, textures, something, doesn't like my computer, doesn't like the mods, doesn't like me, it just does not cooperate. But we'll at least get a landing down here. And something I just realized, honestly, you let the computer, you set it, kind of set it up, and it'll end up just kind of giving you a nice spot to go to on its own. Plus, I'm not coming in as quite a sharp braking thing. I know we're physics accelerating, but that's okay. But I'm going to try that with the, like I said, the not as sharp physics accelerating. Oh, this might actually get us to the KSC. It just might. Or we might blow right past it. We might blow right past it, but that's okay. We're learning. It's all an experiment. Oof. Yeah, a lot of that's pretty red, but we're braking, we're dropping, and you're gonna go, oh yeah, we're gonna go a bit past the KSC. Might land at the island? No, we're gonna go a bit past that too. Yeah, we're gonna fly at about 30,000 feet, or 30,000 meters over the KSC. Not the end of the world, but not great either. But our speed's dropped. Actually, at this point, we could probably do something of a spiral and try to land back at the KSC. I'm gonna go for that. Spiral it down to the KSC. Although we are still rather high up in the atmosphere, so the air isn't terribly thick. It's not really doing much for us aerodynamically. Now there's the other one, way over there. But we are still dropping. We should be able to drop down and spiral around for a landing. I hope. Fingers crossed. Can't really do that and operate, this stuff. All right, let's go flat. I'll try turning this way. There we go. Drag that prograde marker around. And yes, we're losing surface speed, but we should still have some airspeed. Doesn't really show. No. We are slowly turning our heading around, getting into some thicker atmosphere. It's a little more, yeah, now I can feel, I can feel it. Feels like the ship is actually responding aerodynamically, which is great. That's KSC over there. Alright, so we're at our downwind leg of our approach pattern. I think it's the downwind. I used to know these terms. I really did. Picking up some speed. Actually, I'm going to point us at space center now. I think we're going to come down pretty darn sharp. If only we had, like, electronic, ILS landing guidance, that'd be pretty nifty, wouldn't it? I already shut you guys down, right? Yes, good. So now we're diving down at the ground pretty steeply, pretty quickly. I know the KSC is just about sea level, so we can lose that. It's just a distraction at this point. Whoa. Sadly, I really can't. Ooh, clouds are pretty. Clouds are a real thing, but they kind of block you from seeing where you're going. We're at about 5,000 meters. 500, I suppose. We'll see. We'll see if I'm able to bring this in for a landing on the runway or close. I haven't really been able to succeed at that yet. At least not on the runway. I've landed like right next to the runway, but not quite on the runway yet. Okay, come on. Out of the clouds. Out of the clouds. Pop us out. Come on. Ah! Ooh. Okay. No, this should be okay, I think. Get a little more this way. Whoa, yeah, I know. Very, very, very aggressive movements here. Okay, okay, okay. Whoa. We're going to get those guys on just to maintain some speed here, shall we? Okay, probably kill that because we are building speed. That's great. Okay. Put gear down. I know we're coming into it at a really janky angle, aren't we? And rather fast as well. Sorry, I'm quiet. I'm focusing. Oh, I guess the grass next to the runway isn't the end of the world. I don't have that finesse, sadly. Alright, let's flare, 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 flare. Set it down. Ooh, bumpy. We did the ground textures out here. And brakes. Whoa! Wow. That was interesting. There must be something about this plane that is off balance. There must be some residual thing that just skews it just a little bit, because it did that last time I landed too. But we're down near the runway. God, it's something I got to work on a little more. My fine-tuning of flying. Something about the controls, the QWE, ASD controls don't really sit that well with me. But we're back. We got our tourists back. Not that it matters, because that contract is defunct. Boo. Well, it feels like we've come full circle. I know I started this whole video set, I think, what, 30 videos away? Next. 98% of value, that's cool. Next. And... aren't they tourists? The tourists are ready for their next assignment. Okay. Interesting. Done. Anyway, I started this whole series with my space station and a space plane and a landing, and I almost got here. Didn't quite. I think I skidded off the runway, but this wasn't really a whole lot better. Anywho, that's it for this episode. So I don't know what that's going to end up being pieced together, because I had to go through this twice to get it to happen. Next episode, I'll probably going to record this right now, actually. Or in a new episode, but next recording. Drill? Must be science things. Next episode. Yeah, will be the Ike encounter with Scansat Ike, because he's in 11 days. Duna's is in 45 days. Jeez. So yeah, he'll be our next goal. Finally get to see something at Duna. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. If you like, hit like, hit subscribe, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, and I'll catch you later.